Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live watch party. Thank you, everyone, for coming in to the Monday night live stream. Better than football, better than sports, better than Netflix, better than YouTube. Wait, it is on YouTube. Thank you for watching the replay, too. Lewis is here. Hello, Scott. And never fear, Melissa. Hi, Melissa. My weekend was good enough. Thank you for asking. Tried to do some writing. Never get enough done, but okay. Hello. Sorry, guys. Always foolish tech. Jim Tim is here. Thank you for coming up. No Scope Warrior. Robana, thank you. Rest in peace, Pat Johnson. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Devin, thank you for coming on it. Devin and Melissa are channel members. Happy Stranger Things Day. Yes, we'll pull up Stranger Things stuff in a little bit. Season 2 of Ahsoka has been greenlit. Yeah, there was one article that said that, but like there was no official announcement. So at the most, that's rumor. It seems likely, I would think, but it's not official, and was kind of sorry. Justin comes in here and asks, "Are you into adult animation?" And I thought it said, "Are you into adult simulation?" And I was like, "What is that? Adult simulation?" I don't know how you define adult animation. There are animated movies and shows, which are very good, which aren't necessarily like kiddie shows. So I enjoy them, but it's not like oh, I watch anything I can in the adult animation category. So are you asking about anything specific, Justin? Cobra Kai Underground, thank you for coming on in. Matt Moore, whose kids looked really cute on Halloween. Thank you for coming in, Matt. Keeman, Stranger Things Day. It's been a while. Yes, it has been a while. Yeah. Who was Pat Johnson? Okay, there's our set. Damn it. I had everything set up and then I had my mic goes out. Guys, give me just a second here. I got it. All right, here we go. Pat Johnson. Since you asked, who was Pat Johnson? Pat Johnson is this man, the referee in the Karate Kid movies. He was in 1, 2, and 3. Pat Johnson was a master in several martial arts. He got into working in the movies and stunts and was the fight choreographer. And then so he was hired as the fight choreographer dash trainer for the Karate Kid. I guess John Avildsen hired him. Interesting. It would be interesting if anyone has any stories about that. But I assume it was John Avildsen, who's the director, hired Pat Johnson. And so Pat Johnson is the one who trained basically everyone. And he had the idea of he's going to take the Cobras. So, Johnny, Tommy, Dutch, those actors, and he trained them all separately by themselves, and he developed the style that became Cobra Kai, basing it on Tang Soo Do. Then he trained Ralph Macchio separately in the style that would become Miyagi-Do. He based it on Goju Ryu. That was at least somewhat inspired by the script, because that was something. Maybe I'll make a little video on this, because I just have some questions now. That just as I'm saying this, it just makes me wonder. Like, did Pat Johnson ever consult with Robert Mark Kamen? So Robert Mark Kamen, who wrote and came up with the idea, he based it a lot on his life, and he studied Goju Ryu, which is the influence from Miyagi-Do. So like that was natural that Pat Johnson, who of course knew that, then trained Ralph, and I guess he trained Mr. Miyagi to Pat Morita for however much, but yeah. So and he did it separately. He trained the Cobras in a style that was like more like the movie, and I guess it was John Avildsen's idea, to put Pat Johnson then as the referee too, which was also a homage. In Cobra Kai season 1, as you recall, the referee was also their stunt coordinator -- choreographer. Jennifer, oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Someone will remind me. They did that as a nice little homage in season 1. Season 4 it was not, but so that's Pat Johnson. That's who he played. He was in all 4 movies, or all 3 movies. I'm sorry, the first 3. Some people forget. I've even had people come in comments once and say he wasn't in Karate Kid 2. No. Pat Johnson was in Karate Kid 2. Hito. I'm sorry, I totally blinked on his name. Hito was the stunts coordinator for. Hito Koda for Cobra Kai, who played the referee in season 1, episode 10. So that's Pat Johnson. He died today. He was pretty old. So something I had tweeted. Mike was the first one that I saw tweeted this out. That's why I had put Mike's. But if you go to mine, something I noted, like I said, he was a fight choreographer. He also did the fight choreography for the first 3 Ninja Turtles movies. Especially the first one. That was like a hit. So, and he did the Mortal Kombat movie, and I'm sure he did others too. But like he was like really well regarded, as a fight choreographer. So that's sort of Pat Johnson. Yeah. Sad. Yeah, fight choreographer. Never got to do a cameo. I always thought it would be great if they had a cameo of Johnny and Daniel, like arguing over whether the crane kick was legal or something. And they go and they take it to Pat Johnson, who's like, of course, an old man now. And he's like, "Are you guys still arguing about that?" I always thought that would be a fun cameo, something really short and easy, that they could do. But it never happened, which is fine. It doesn't have to, but there you go. Died today. Point winner. on your line. Yeah, yeah. One of the reasons I actually think it helped, I think it was in a way maybe smart of Avildsen to have Pat Johnson play this part, actually take on and play the role. Um, is like, he knew karate tournaments, and so like he could play, since he was like the part. I mean, it's like it wasn't like a stretch for him to play like a karate referee. So yeah. Um, he speaks with authority. It was really good. Um, so it worked. That was so it was a good move from Avildsen. Um, Chris Bach, Pat Johnson shared a rare story when Steve McQueen drove with Bruce Lee in his Porsche in Bel Air. He drove so fast, Lee got scared and said, "McQueen, I'm going to kill you if you don't stop." um, there you go. Interesting. Interesting. Was Pat Johnson in the car too? Like, I'm curious how Pat Johnson knew that. Um, Keeman, talking about Stranger Things, people die. Yeah, yeah. We'll get to Stranger Things in a minute, Keeman. A video on whether or not Silver could have bribed him in Karate Kid 3. As we all know, Silver has no problem for bribing guys. Yeah. So the funny thing is, I was actually thinking like one of the I think unfortunate things with season 4 is by introducing like the bribing, they do kind of like tarnish the legacy of the All Valley. And like the thing is, like, I could make an argument that like it was always rigged. Like I could make an argument that this All Valley of 1984 when Daniel beat Johnny here. Like I could make an argument this was rigged. And so like you say, it was always paid off. I actually thought about this. I chose not to. I just like I didn't want to make that video. Like you're just kind of like using plot points to open up like cans of worms and finagle logical consistencies or whatever. Um so the actual question, the answer to you, Melissa, is I already have. Um it was always rigged. But I felt like I probably won't actually make it. Illegal contact to the knee. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, he really, nailed those to the point where you almost wonder why he didn't do like more roles like that. Like why wouldn't they just cast him more? He was so good at it. Took the YKW. I don't know what you're saying. I am. That's it, Barnes. One more knife shake and you'll be disqualified. Yeah, yeah. Tribute to Pat Johnson. He's possibly. He is an important part of the saga. News on the strike. We'll get that in just a second here. Light context. I do mean light, Mr. Barnes. You guys like these Pat Johnson lines. Do I think Robbie Keane will face Sean Payne in the final match of the Sakai Taikai? No, I do not. Cobra Kai what ifs? Like alternate storylines. I guess some people do those and they like it. I don't know if I think I like the idea enough. It's like I get it and I could do it, but like, do I really like the idea enough like to go do it? I don't know, to make the video. Yeah, I think Pat Johnson had been retired for a while. I mean, like this is 84 and like he was like in his 50s or something then. Like he's not like a young guy, like, or something. So like he'd been retired, I think, for like 20 years or something. I think he retired at the end of the 90s or something, 2000s. Yes, yeah, retired from acting. Boxius does them. Oh, Boxius? Is that even a real channel though? I think I know which one you're talking about. But it just it if it's the one I'm thinking, like it feels not kind of fake. Love you, Daddy. Oh, I love you too, son. Um um yeah, I don't know if they're gonna pass on any headbands. We've had many duplicate of the Miyagi Do headbands. Even Miguel had one. But Ralph, whose headband is actually the one from the movie, like he never gave it on to Sam or anyone, and I don't know if either he or Johnny will do that. There are so many, everyone's sick of them. Fair enough. Um, yeah, I don't know if they ever fought each other, but yeah, we could get a flashback of the two. They could reveal. I think it's more. They don't need to reveal. Like, I mean, I would say it's at least somewhat implied. That he at least would have been a part of that decision. Um, maybe brought it to the board or something. So Kingdom again. Would you like? Um, Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, Kingdom Hearts, or Stranger Things, Kingdom Hearts. Um, it sounds like an interesting idea if it was done well. I never really played Kingdom Hearts though. I played it a little, but just um, couldn't finish. So let's see, where are we? Um, so as far as the actor strike goes, um, they put out. So what they say is this was a couple hours ago. Um, they responded to the last best final offer, right? Um, and they haven't received word on whatever that is. So they offered a response and it hasn't been accepted, rejected, or anything. I guess the studio people are considering it. Um, they claim since that there's still things they don't agree, including AI. Um, it's hard to really comment and just getting a gauge on any of it just when you don't know what the back and forth is. And I'm just not as familiar with SAG-AFTRA anyway. um you know actors and like the writers, you know money's gone down, it's gotten worse. um but on the other hand, it's gotten worse for everyone, not just actors and writers. Like everyone feels this pinch. Like, so they're not necessarily unique. Is it better or worse for them than it is for other industries? So that's the actor strike. I do feel like at this point it's looking more and more like a Cobra Kai 2024 release is probably out of the question. I feel like the window has been closing too much. Um, Saints Row. You think it looks nearly over? It seems close, but yeah, but like I said, we just don't know. Um, I mean, there's people who oppose sending the money to Ukraine. I think there'd be even more people opposed to just using it to pay random actors. Um, it's not their job to pay actors. But yeah. So since we don't know the details and the back and forth, you just don't know. According to SAG-AFTRA, like what the unions wanted for the AI was like insane. You know, if you get hired by an extra, they scan you and then they use you forever. Like people didn't like that. Um, and they seem to be really stringent on that. So it's interesting that like it's like the lowest level work here is what they're fighting for, but we'll see what happens. I thought for a while the studios may just agree to it um with the intent of having doing something differently 3 years from now because it's not quite there yet. Like it's at that level where it's like this stuff can be good but it's not there yet. So it's like by agreeing to them now they're not necessarily losing much, but I guess that's why I'm not a CEO of a big media company. Guys, I'm just on YouTube. It's tragic, I tell you for the fucking um but yeah, I think 2024 is looking um uh for a release date. It's looking sketchy. So freaking strict to say the strike. Yeah, well, I mean, are you actually out there on strike? I mean, like I could say I'm sick of it, but it's not like I've been out there picketing. So they won't start filming after the New Year's. Yeah, that could be. It looks like any. Yeah, Keeman, I sometimes miss comments. I don't read everything. I read most. Luckily, our streams are a manageable size, but um, Les Grossman is big the answer. Is he the I'm trying to think if he's the guy I'm thinking of, but I don't know. Maybe not. AI will kill so many jobs. Yeah, yeah. Good South Park episode on that. I want to get into AI art and I want to use it for my thumbnails more. I need to do this. Like I think there's a lot of potential. Um because you can do a little bit more creative stuff with your thumbnails and you can do it quickly. Actors are running out of conventions other than doing well. Keep in mind the only ones doing conventions are the ones with some sort of like notoriety who can do a convention. Like many actors can't. Well, Melissa, if it's not 2024, it's probably 2025. December 25. I don't think it has to be that long. I don't think it would be that long. Seeing Watch Party do a face review would be like watching Mike Barnes' introduction scene of Cobra Kai. Mike fucking Barnes. Watch fucking party? Is that what is it? Do you think there's going to be a time jump? No. I mean, this show's been going on for 5, 6 years now, and now like 6 months, you're like, well, that's just ridiculous. Come on, guys. Hair and makeup's a thing too. Um, so that's that. Yes, and that's the strike. Alicia Hanakim's been on the pick on. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some very dedicated. If they do a part 1 and part 2, it is still feasible a part 1 could come out in 2024. Um, that is actually still feasible. Depends on how long it is and et cetera, et cetera. But you know what? That's not like out of the question. Because when I talk about like 2024 doesn't look possible, I am thinking like 15 episodes with a 6 month or so shooting schedule of just principal photography. Um, so that's that. Like, um, but if they're gonna do two parts, yeah, like they could get part one done. Like even if they go back to work in January or something, like someone mentioned, um, if you remember my video, like I said, like the photography for part one is like maybe 3 months, and they already shot an episode. So they could be wrapped by that at the end of March for part one, and then they're in post production the whole way. So while they're in principal photography, they're still going, for the rest of the extra 5 episodes, which are longer or something. They're in post production, and yeah, so like definitely part one could still be in 2024. I guess if we think of it like that, it's still possible. Oh, Mike Barnes walks outside his house like a boss. Yeah, very good, very good. I do whenever I walk outside, I'm walking like a boss. Inside too, as it comes to be. Yeah, well, that happens when you with kid actors. Um, yeah, possible 2025. Yeah, if they weren't on strike, Cobra Kai would be close to wrapping if it never shut down. Why, thank you, Keeman. Yes. Thank you. Where were we gonna put? Stranger Things. Um, let's look at some. I didn't look at most of what came out at Stranger Things Day. Let's just go to this one because it's from the writers. I guess the Duffer Brothers. Maybe we'll just go to them instead. Um, so they posted this chapter one, scene one. The sound of cold wind, groaning trees, and a child's voice singing a familiar song. Um, so many people think it's this is Will. Like from season one, maybe flashback, he's like singing that song to himself. I don't even remember what the song is. Um, for some reason, when I first read it, I thought it was a child's song, but it's a child's voice singing a song. It's not necessarily a children's song. So, um, I do think like some sort of flashback of Will when he was in the Upside Down in season one makes a lot of sense. Could other possibilities could be like number one Vecna, like when he was young, or who else would be like that? I mean, any other character or something, but The setup definitely seems to be Will. The first Shadow. Oh, the play. It's not going to be on Netflix. No, I'm certain that's not going to be on Netflix. They probably have, various exclusive deals or something. They're not going to. They want you to go to the theater. Should have a crossover. Well, it is the longest we've gone without Cobra Kai content because there's just nothing to put out. You can tell Matt has kids. Baby shark, do baby shark. Do you know, guys? That's the most watched video on YouTube, like with 20 billion views or something. Like baby shark, do baby shark. The most watched video on YouTube is baby shark because the kids watch it again and again and again. So I didn't like it. Just looked like mostly nonsense. Like nonsense to me anyway. Strange. Like it was just tweeting, "Hey, you can win a prize." Like, "Hey, Scoops Ahoy ice cream. I think you can buy this at Walmart or something." Upside down VR, some sort of VR thing. I guess you could wear like. Doesn't look good to me. Here's Max in the stunt room. Keep in mind, Hito Koda is the does stunts for Stranger Things, who did stunts for Cobra Kai. Just referencing, like these mini recreations. I don't get what the point of this is. Vecna's lair. I mean, I guess it's cool, like especially if you're into this stuff, but like, I don't know. Steve. These are just what behind the scenes pics. Yeah. I mean, okay. Like behind the scenes pics. They all have little tattoos. I think it's so weird when like official accounts tweet like this, like it's like one person. Oh, totally. I loved it. I don't know. What the fuck is this? I don't even get. Is this a game available in Fortnite? She's shooting waffles. Oh my god. Like I don't know. I guys, I'm just like this. I'm looking at this for the first time, and I think it's just most of this is kind of dumb. Starcourt Mall. Okay. Stuff from the stage. I guess these are the actors eating the ice cream because that's a thing. Like, look, I don't know. A lot of people think like I'm weird because I'll be a fan of stuff, but like I find all this stuff just kind of pointless. Like it's just not anything I ever care about. It's time to return. What is this? Is this anything interesting? What is it's just nothing. Like what is going on? Ooh, Stranger Things 3. Something arcade with the fans in select markets. Oh, that's great. More arcade. It's a mini arcade. Dude, like there's so many of these. Like I get that like some people are just like really into building models. I get that. And you can even appreciate the work like they put into this. But like at the same time, I don't know. Like it's like I don't care. Like it doesn't mean much to me. Like Stranger Things Day. Let's get pumped. Are we going to learn anything about the next season? Season 5? No, but here's like a miniature model. Look at the work you put into that. Oh, okay, whatever. Like it's like whatever. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Like and I actually like some of those. Like, people put up like train sets and stuff. Like it's like really cool and really detailed, and you're like, that's really cool. But like, I don't know. But like for like Stranger Things Day, like this is what you're featuring. I guess they're going through them all. I don't know. This is just nothing. Like, so the one interesting thing is basically we got the opening of season 5. I've been going a few minutes, Michael T Flex. Thank you for coming on. I forgot to message you. Sorry. Stealthy like a ninja, but yeah, season 1 and I think season 4 are the best. Um then I would say probably 3. I put 2 at the bottom. For maybe different reasons. For some reason, I felt like the problem with 2 is it had Mike and Elle separated, and it's the show just works better when they're together. For it's so much of the charm and magic of season 1, and like and there's a little bit, and I was even gonna make a video on it of like Mike not having Elle kind of hurts him. But yeah, like it just like somehow that magic didn't work. Although even season 4 they were together but not doing much. But still. Yeah. I mean, this stuff basically they just tweet pictures and stuff from the series, and here's a few behind the scenes. And 40 years ago wheelbarrows went missing. Crazy. And stuff from the play, and then like that's it. Like, okay, did you all enjoy that? There are Stranger Things like look through of like what the heck, that. And so Michael T Flex, we talked about Pat Johnson. He was the referee in the original movie. He unfortunately died, I guess today or yesterday, last night. And the actor strike is still ongoing. Maybe it gets resolved soon. Um, we'll see. Um, hold on, I'm trying to just look through the chat here. Kids are too old to be playing teenagers. It is what it is. You don't need a time jump. It is. The kids grew up a little. Millie Bobby Brown's engaged to get married. Like, okay, like whatever. It is what it is. A good Cobra Kai game because the last 2 have been garbage. I've heard that. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe they try a little, but the problem is like I don't think like the market is quite big enough. So it's always going to be like even if people like genuinely want to make a good game, they're just not going to have like the resources or something to make it like epic. Yeah, it's sad it ends, but it's happy that the story reaches a conclusion, right? That's what we want. So yeah. Joe Keery. Yeah, he's old. Only good season 1. People will disagree. I do think season 4 was really good. It was done with them to separate Mike and Elle. Well, they thought Elle died. It was, yeah. But that kick-ass intro though. For which one? For which season? When's the next season of 2025? I don't even know what show you're talking about, but we'll just say the Alpha Elite video was it was, wasn't it? Damn, that was a good video. Oh, I mean, they're all really, really good videos. They're all really good videos, guys. Put that away and there we go. Let's get some of this going. We don't need a Pat Johnson lookalike. It's fine. We need some stuff to hold us in before. Yeah, keep in mind, Obliterated comes out of the 30th of this month. So don't forget Obliterated. I'll be covering it here on this channel and on the podcast, Obliterated Companion. Season 4 is overhated. Of Cobra Kai or Stranger Things? I didn't see anyone hating Stranger Things season 4. So, what are the chances Silver knows Dugan? The same as the chances that Kreese knows Dugan. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. Like, so it's not 0, but we have nothing to indicate that. Stranger Things is the kick-ass intro and music. Yeah, there you go. I never watched 90210 in the 90s. Yeah, I always thought it would be funny if Luke Perry just kept playing like a teenager. Even like when he was 50, he's just playing a teenager. Like I forget, there was some movie, like scary movie or one of them. Like I thought they should have just cast Luke Perry as a teenager. Like, although he probably didn't want to do it anymore, but he didn't want to play into the joke. But it was funny. But yeah, rest in peace, Luke Perry. That was sad. What's up with the strike? It's still going on. They're giving their final offers. You know, they gave one side gave their final offer, and the other side gave, you know, their response to it. So am I the only one who thinks Robbie and Johnny's issues haven't been solved yet? I would say they've mostly been solved. So you may not be the only one, but you're in a small crowd. Oh, Cobra Kai season 4. I think season 4 is really good. If people are saying hating it, it starts off great. Episodes like 1 through 4, 1 through 5. I always thought season 4 had trouble in the back half. They're just putting pieces in place to get to the ending they want to get. And I think like episode 9 has trouble. The first half of the tournament, not so much. That whole prelims division didn't really help. Yeah, Colonel Dugan, street fighting, like military training fighting. It wasn't any specific martial art. Yeah. No monster in the first episode. Well, we already have like Vecna and stuff. So like we already have like our monsters. So there's something. CGI faces to make that's too much effort. Strike better end. Rich. Jump on the Rocky Creek series, man. There's a gold mine of content to be tapped on you. You could collab with Strife the Warrior. What is Rocky? Oh, Rocky Creed. The Creed series. That's I don't know. I misread that. You mean the three Creed movies? Um yeah, I know Strife has been talking about that, doing various series. Um yeah, like Stallone is well loved, and there's definitely a lot there. Um Stallone wasn't involved in the third Creed. He wanted like the show, he wanted the story to be done. They wanted to milk the franchise. I don't like that. It's kind of a thing that bothers me. So I don't know. Can you review Friends? Um, yeah, with after um Chandler, played by you guys are gonna think I'm horrible because I'm blanking on names. This is like how bad I am. Um Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry. Um yeah. Uh we lost Matthew Perry. Chandler was, as I tweeted this that day when he had died. He was my favorite character, but I wasn't really much of a Friends watcher. I watched some of it, like a little of it. I watched it a little bit, like, but like I was never a Friends watcher. I don't know. It just like wasn't me. Um, so I don't know what to say about that. About like Friends, like Friends. It was a Gen X show, really. It was like the Gen X show. Um, After season two, the writing quality steady decline. I wouldn't say that. I just think, ultimately the story just goes in different directions or something, and maybe it doesn't. It's just not as always wow or as amazing. Um, but like I'm not. Which you would counter and say, what do you mean? That's exactly what the writing is. But like I would say, um, the writing is still sharp. It's just um which is why I always say season one is still the best season, just because it was so fresh and new um, in season one. If that made any sense. Season four problem was expectations. That could be fair. Certainly, some people had that. Some people wanted something different than what happened in regards to like Daniel and Terry Silver. But I feel like we got that in season five. Maybe I bring Brianna on um, and talk to her about it. Precog superpowers, interesting. Keyman. Has anyone watched Envy? Okay, so you bring that up, Robin. I actually watched the first episode. Um, and I'm coming this as someone who's never watched. Um, what's the bad or the Boys? So that's the name of the show, right? The Boys. I haven't watched a single episode of that. Never watched The Boys, but I was like bored the other day, and I did watch Gen V. Um, it felt a little generic. Like, oh, superheroes are going to college or something, like that was it, right? Like in the first episode, like they're going to college, or it's superhero college. Like I get like the idea. Um but like nothing about it was like unique, like wow, this is a new take. It feels like, like their attempt at like, oh wow, this is a new take was like in terms of being vulgar or something. Like, for those who don't know, I'll just go ahead and spoil it. Um, there's a girl played by Tanner's ex-girlfriend, um, Lizzie Broadway, right? Like, so she's some hero or whatever. She can shrink really little. Like, where have we seen Ant-Man, right? She's like Ant-Man. She can shrink really little. And she's kind of like, I don't want to say she's like slutty, but she's like college girl looking to hook up with everything. Like, she's like her at some point, like, there's a line like her goal is like a threesome or something. But like, anyway, like the one girl goes to a party, and then like Lizzie Broadway's character is there, and then there's like some guy she likes or something, and they want to make out, and she's like, oh my god, this is it. And then so he wants her to shrink really little and funnel his manhood, yes, to like a hand job, but it's small. And so what they do is, like, she shrinks and she's sitting on then what would be a giant penis. And like, I just think, like, and this is their attempt to be, shocking and whatever. And like, hey, you never saw like superheroes use their powers like this. And that is true. And like, I never even imagined that. I saw Ant-Man and I never thought, boy, what would he do to like pleasure the sexual anatomy of someone else while really small? The funny thing is, I don't even think she was doing a good job. Like, I would rate it like C or C minus. She wasn't. It didn't even look like that good. They should, if they were gonna go for it, they should fucking go for it. Like, really fucking go for it. Like, they didn't even go for it. And then everything else was bland. So there, I just gave you episode 1 of Gen V, and I'm probably not going to watch anymore. Rocky 4 was the best. Yeah, he fought the Soviet Union. Game is patient. Saints Row, always with his bias accusations. Rocky 4 inspired Cobra Kai style. Yeah, a little bit. Might have inspired Obliterated a little bit too. When we come to Obliterated at the end of the month. But the finale was explosive. See, like, I don't want to watch like more. Like, I just felt like it was so, I don't like it. Like, oh, the girl who's like poor or something, and she's like kind of like lying to people. She's like actually lying to people about like her family or something because they all died. Like, it's like the first scene, so I'm not spoiling anything. But like, it was just like, I've actually seen all this before. All you did is put like a little miniature girl on top of a penis to make it look big, and then like totally like ran the joke out, like does it look big, yes, from this perspective, it like it's like you're totally running the joke out. Watch The Boys, it's a bit better. I heard The Boys went off track like in season 2, although maybe season 3 got a little bit better on track. But if you were writing season 2 of Cobra Kai, what would you have done differently? Who'd you have given a better storyline? Well, see, here's the thing, Melissa. Like whenever people do this, you gotta like wonder, like, am I writing season 2? Basically taking, are you imagining like me taking the same story they already had, just maybe switching things up a little bit or whatever? I mentioned this somewhere. Maybe it was in another stream. I don't remember. The one thing I feel like is, and this was that they lost partially because of the trailer, is Tori's emotional journey from seeing Miguel and Sam kiss to the fight in the school. Um, the intention, I even know, I'm certain I know what they were thinking. They wanted it to be a surprise and come out of nowhere, and it's shocking, and it's like holy shit. And it is, it works. Except that it was all in the trailer and we saw it all, so we knew there was this giant fight. Um, so we didn't have the shock, but then what we lost in return is like that emotional journey, and I feel like that's the gap in season 2 that if I could go in, I would patch up. Um, does it work? I don't know. And I don't know how much you need. Miguel trying to find Tori or something. I don't know. Because like I think like if you look at the timeline, it's like the party was on like a Saturday night. And then school is on Monday. So like what was she doing from that night all the way till school Monday or something? She was ignoring Miguel, but like you ever notice like Miguel, he talks about texting Tori. But like why didn't he go over to her place? Like he apparently knew where she lived or something. Like he didn't actually go try and see her or anything. And like he sent her like 2 texts or something. Like I do feel like there's a little bit of a gap there. And I think I had trouble buying Tori's motivation. So because I felt like her response based on what happened. Did we talk about this before? Boys is worth watching for Homeland, but I feel like I've seen all the Homelander scenes because they're all memes on the internet. Like I see these memes on the internet, so I've like seen them all. Can't imagine Gen V being any good. Well, apparently the finale is explosive. That's what I've been informed. Johnny and Daniel splitting up over the pettiest things. Yeah, that's a little bit of them. I think they could have handled the logic of it a little bit better. I don't know what you're saying. Habilitated? I don't know what you're saying, Saints Row. Nothing will beat the 80s. Nope. No, I don't think Cobra Kai will always cheat to win. Like Johnny won 2 tournaments. I don't think he cheated. I don't think they ever cheated before. They were tough, but they didn't cheat. Soldier Boy is better than Homelander. Cream Thieves on the same level of Cobra Kai season 5. Is that a way of you like season 5? I like season 5. Well, that's good for that. Okay, my own show called Watch Party and Keeman. Haha. Yeah, Matt, I think you're right. Like I don't think there's really a way you could do things that are different. I don't think you're really going to do anything that's significantly better. Maybe you get a better set for the second tournament, but that's the set. Jensen ankles nails Soldier Boy. Sorry. Rest in peace, Pat. Yeah. You're welcome. What would make a very good Cobra Kai game? Well, someone else would have to answer that. How can Samantha forgive Yasmin what she did in season 1, telling lies about her, putting stuff on the internet about? Well, the lies originated with Kyler, remember? So Yasmin was playing up the lies. It's really Aisha who never forgave Yasmin. But I think like bygones are bygones. And Yasmin and Moon are, I guess, like together, but like I never like thought like Yasmin and Sam were totally like buddy buddy again. Like they're definitely not like they were in season 1. So Obliterated. What about Obliterated? You were oh, is that, I don't even know, is that the trailer or what are you referring to? What only has those views? 366,000. I didn't even, does it only have that number of views? I don't even know. Like um oh, well, okay, yeah, three. You must be talking about the trailer. Um, the thing is, it's a completely new show, not based on any property, and like that's probably kind of normal. Like, there's no big known star, headlining it or something. Like, you're just coming in new. I'd be curious how many like views the Stranger Things trailer had before a month before that show came out. Probably not many, right? People didn't know that show was going to be big. It was just like a show. Like, well, they had um what's her name? The actress. I mean, they had a bit of a star pulling it in, but like, yeah, this is completely new. So 90s kid, I think the 90s are better years for kids of my day. Yeah. Kreese is the most honorable sensei in the valley. That is true. Like, Kreese wouldn't cheat. He'll fight tough, but he's not going to openly cheat. You were curious? Yeah, that's fine. We'll get an Ivan Drago type character. Um, Maybe, but for who? A Tori Yasmin interaction would be hilarious. Um, yeah, they're like girls. They're similar, but they're very different. Um, like Yasmin would be very tough on people. She didn't like or something. She was like, queen bee. Um, Tori is kind of also tough on people she doesn't like, in different ways and for different reasons. Like, she doesn't like people for different reasons. Um, but yeah, it'd be hilarious. I would actually prefer to see though Tori with like Moon, um, and Sam. You think that Kreese changed to be a good guy? Um, well, not yet anyway. No, he broke out of jail, attacked those guards and such. He's not a good guy yet. He's got his own plan in mind. So no. Winona Ryder, yes. Thank you. Yeah, they were gonna do one season of Stranger. Yeah, I read that. Or they were just gonna do like Stranger Things 2. They had like different things in mind, but it was gonna be completely new characters. But the show was a hit, so they just stuck with the same characters. Yeah. Yeah, Carrie Underwood. I still think the problem with that Carrie Underwood, like, I think even if you mute it, it still is bad. The problem with the montage is it looks bad. It's not a good montage. In fact, I'll say it's the worst, probably the worst montage in the series. 2000, you like watching 80s and 2000 shows? Well, you have a good taste. See Robbie save Miguel? Yeah. Yeah, we want to see Robbie step it up a little bit here. College years. Ha ha. Yeah. Tori and Moon. Yeah, I know they did, but they didn't really interact much with each other. It would be nice to see them interact with each other. Yeah, they were all at the diner in season 2 at Applebee's or whatever. Everyone is crazy and has serious issues. Yeah, yeah. Moon has always been like my low key favorite for a while since like season 2. Like I felt like she came into her own in season 2. Really kind of fleshed her out a little. Season 1 was more like um in fact, season 1 I felt like she was just supposed to be like the dumb sidekick character. She was like the other friend. Like Yasmin was the queen bee, and then like that the side bees, like the follower bees or whatever, was like Moon and Sam. Sam is like the main character, so we're focusing on her. So like, but like then like so like Moon was just like the side character. And it was supposed to be like dumb, like a little bit stereotypical. But like I felt like she really developed in season 2, and I actually really liked that. If you actually go back to my season 2 review, you'll notice I actually referred to Moon as the most improved character. Okay, so Michael T. Flex, you're asking, will he be a good guy? I guess I've predicted that in the past. Yeah. So that's something I've predicted. Some sort of redeeming moment, we'll say. Whatever that is. I don't know what it is, but some sort of redeeming moment for Kreese. Does that make him a good guy? We'll debate it when it comes. Are Tori and Sam on good terms now? Well, they're not fighting each other anymore. So yeah, somewhat. Yeah. It's not to say they're best friends, but Tori and Daniel interact. I kind of would just like Tori and Johnny, to be honest with you. Like they actually haven't interacted um since her opening scene. Actually, is the only time he interacted with her. Her opening scene. Moon is the purest character of the show. Yes, the purest character in the show. Probably calls her princess. Johnny still calls LaRusso, right? So Danielle. He's alligator. Peter's here. It may be almost over. We'll see. Keep going, guys. You missed some stuff, Peter. Yeah, we were talking about a little bit of everything. I was thinking of doing some more videos, but I don't know. Could do a Stranger Things video or something. Ugh. So much to do. You know that feeling, like so much. Matthew Perry. We were just talking about Matthew Perry a minute ago. Someone asked about Friends. Did he write a memoir or something? Oh wait, he did write a memoir. Yeah, okay. That's right. I remember reading about that. Talked about his alcoholism and drug use, and stay off the drugs, kids. Just messes you up. Um, I guess we have nothing confirmed, but it seems like probably what led to his death. Um, just sad. Um, um, very. Oh, is it sad? I think it's kind of the similar to what happened with Carrie Fisher. It wasn't like she was in super old or in poor health, but I think she had said she did a lot of drinking and drugs or something when she was younger, and I think like it just kind of took a toll on her system, and she kind of died. It just was sort of sad. Um, it happens too much, too many. Pepito, can you imagine Moon and Yasmin giving Anthony a double just to be funny? No, I cannot imagine that. I don't think they would do that. Yasmin liked the idea of screwing with Anthony, but I don't think like I think like Sam was trying to put the kibosh on it, and I don't think she would do that. Um, not while in a God, I hope not. I don't know. No, I don't think they would do that. I don't think you just drown in a bathtub if you're sober. Well, yeah, it was this hot tub exactly. I don't know. Like the last I saw is like they said, well, there were no signs of like narcotics or drugs at the scene or something, but does that mean he took them all? Like there were no drugs at the scene because they were all in his body. Like, well, geez, it's not good. Yeah, online coaching little by little. Oh, good for you, man. Get those clients. He holds nothing back. Oof. Good for him. Heart attack, then drown. Yeah. Will we see Piper in season? I suspect she'll be back in some capacity. Passed out or fell asleep. Maybe. We don't know. Maybe they'll have an autopsy and say, maybe they won't. We don't know. Chosen is the best chance of winning Squid Game. I may actually agree with you. I would have to think about that. But you may be right. He could play every side of it. Sorry, I'm looking at all this stuff on Matthew Perry just on Twitter right now, because I had pulled it all up. Insult Chosen's honor and he acts foolish. That may be true. You may be right on that. Um, let's see. This last episode of Frasier. Frasier's a show I've been watching. I thought that was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was better than the previous weeks. I think so. And I had heard 4 is pretty good, or the season gets better at starting with 4. So I'm hoping it builds Frasier, but it's a good show. They did some things I wasn't thrilled with, but like the best characters, Frasier and the other professor, and then his son, and then Frasier, the professor. There's a little bit of a drop off. His son, and then there's a big drop off. It's like the rest, but we'll see. I don't think Miguel fights Hector. I think Johnny would. It's Johnny that would fight Hector, not Miguel. I don't think Hector's gonna try and fight to kill his son or something. But Johnny, the guy who's marrying his wife, his ex-wife or something, yeah. The guy who's taken his place as the father, Miguel. No, I think it would be Johnny. Maybe that's something, worth talking about. All right. How are we doing? It's going on. I don't know. I'm trying to think. House of the Dragon's coming out next year. There's already a trailer. I don't know. Many of you were in the House of the Dragon as much, which is sad. But yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I think the Sakai Taikai, maybe other bad guys. We'll see. The Karate Kid 3, nothing beats that. Although I will say, the outside at night where that pool is or something, it's Silver's where Chosen and he fought, that was pretty good. There were some good rooms, but there were some good rooms in the season 5 house, for sure. But the Karate Kid 3s, no, I've never watched Doctor Who. I'm not a fan. I didn't mind the after prom fight. I feel like it gets a bad rep. More. Oh, God. Well, I'm sorry, it's not summer anymore, so they're probably what if the Sakai Taikai's in Europe where all the beaches are topless? Come on, guys. It's not that kind of show. Maybe Obliterated is. Maybe you can watch that show. What do you think? Best thing ever, live chat. Thank you. Thank you, Michael T. Flex. If you're ever guys looking to get strong, get some training, find Michael T. Flex on Instagram. He'll help you out, man. All right. Some people mad, Sam McGowan. Well, that happens. All right. Thank you, everyone. Swimsuit scenes and all. It's a sad day. We remember Pat Johnson. we hope the writer's strike or the actor's strike is resolved, possibly even this week. They are getting close one way or another, it seems. So something going on with the actors. And then little Stranger Things. Maybe I'll make a little video on it. Maybe I'll make a Pat Johnson video. I'm thinking about it. But like it would be a different. It's not like, oh, in memorial. Because like as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I was just kind of like brainstorming just some questions like I have that I've never had answered. But we'll see. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. See you at the next watch party.